Come on.
Hey guys, so if you watched my beginner fall makeup tutorial, I told you guys that I really wanted to do something a little deeper, richer, darker for fall this year. So this is a look that I came up with. Honestly, this is about the third or fourth look that I've come up with. I've been trying to film this video for like 4 hours, you guys. 4 hours. I had a look in mind. I wanted to do something orange and kind of like a plumish purple because I feel like everybody does kind of reds and oranges, and I wanted to do something different. And this is still different, but my original idea was to do kind of a brighter orange on the outside and a plum purple on the inside. I did that and I wasn't a fan, so then I tried like a copper and orange. Wasn't a fan. Then I tried doing a reverse smoky eye and did like a brown on the inner corner with orange on the outer corner. It was a hot mess. So this is literally like the fourth look that I decided to do today. I have literally rubbed my eyes about raw, taking on and off my eyeshadow. It's just been one of those days where it's like I've never applied makeup before in my life, and everything that could mess up or go wrong makeup wise like totally does. So you'll see some of that in this video, but that's just how it is. It happens to everyone. At least I think it does. It happens to me, so don't tell me if it doesn't happen to you. I'm too hungry to hear that. I'm too hungry. I missed my snack time. I wanted to do something darker and richer, but I wanted to do something different than what you typically see. So I just did a brown smoked out eye paired with an orange lip. I really love this lip color. You'll see how I got it in the video. It's actually not a lipstick, and I'm happy with how the look came out. So if you have one of those days where it's like you've never applied makeup before in your entire life, then just push through it, because at the end of the day, makeup wipes off. You can wipe it off. You can start again. You can start again 4 times like I did if you need to, you know? So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Okay, so I have already primed my eyes with concealer and then set it with a light powder. For this whole look, I'll be using the Morphe 350 palette. They did just come out with a new one, but this is the first original one. I'm picking up a Morphe M502 brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. This look is pretty easy. It just requires a lot of blending. I'm going to dip back into that same shade with that same brush. I'm just going to make sure that that's blended out really well so that it creates a nice gradient blended top for the rest of our shadows. Next, I'm taking my Morphe M443 and I'm going to go into that darker brown shade. And I'm trying to keep this from the crease down just on the lid. Next, I'm grabbing my Morphe M562 and I'm going into this really, really dark shade right here. And I'm just going to pack that really close to the lash line at first, and then I'm going to smoke it up. So I'm going to continue to use this smaller brush for the darker color closer to the lash line. Then I'm going to go back in with my Morphe M443 in that lighter brown shade that we used before this darker one. And I'm just going to continue to apply those back and forth until I reach my desired intensity. Once I have the depth that I want color-wise, I'm going to go in with my Morphe E22, and I'm going to grab this shade right here, and I'm just going to buff that right in the crease to warm it up just very, very slightly and blend out those edges. I'm going to grab my Morphe M330 brush, and this is just a bare blending brush, and I'm just going to really blend out all of the edges. And then as I'm blending, if I notice that some spots are looking patchy, then I'm going back in with the darkest brown and the one that's a little bit lighter and just reapplying those until everything is smooth and even and really well blended. Next, I'm grabbing the brush that we used first and I'm going into this shade right here, and I'm just going to buff that right where we put that very first transition shade, just to bring a little bit of warmth back to the look, but also to add back in a little bit of that gradient effect, so that a lot of it is just the solid brown, but then there is a little bit of warmth, a little bit of contrast at the very top of the look. Next, I'm grabbing my Morphe M333 brush, and I'm going in with this lightest shade in the palette that I set my eyes with, and I'm just going to go back under the brow bone with that just to lighten that up a little bit, because some of the darker shades did get brought up kind of high. So when that happens, if I don't want them that high, which today I don't, then I'll just go back in with my translucent powder or whatever I'm going to highlight my brow bone with, or whatever I set my concealer with, and just kind of lighten that up, and it helps to kind of blend out the edges at the top as well. Next, I'm grabbing this Ulta liquid liner. This one is just in matte black, and I'm not going to do a wing, but I'm just going to line my eyes because I do have some false lashes to put on. The lashes that I'm going to be putting on today are these Allure Vegas Nail Lashes, and these are the Fiercely Fabulous style. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes with liner and pop on these lashes, and I'll be right back. You guys, if you could have just seen me filming, you would have thought I had never done my makeup before. So no false lashes after all, because I tried to put them on and I had a terrible time with it. I'm terrible with false lashes. I hardly ever wear lashes or liners, so those two things I'm not very good at. But I tried today, and then the lashes broke like the very first time that I tried to use them. So I'm going to take those back to Ulta. And since I wasn't wearing lashes, I didn't want to keep my liner on and it had lash glue all over it. So I ended up having to redo all of my eye makeup. So I don't use lashes very much, and that's exactly why, because I'm terrible at them. So instead of false lashes today, I'll just be sticking with mascara because that's what I know, that's what I'm good at, and that was a disaster. I'm going to prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. For foundation, I actually got a sample at Sephora that I'm going to try out today. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I used to love this foundation. It was like my absolute favorite. It was the first liquid foundation that I liked and enjoyed and thought looked really good. I thought it just looked like skin. I was all about it back in the day when it first came out, but I haven't tried it since then. So I picked up a different shade, and I'm going to try this again today and see what I think. See if I still think it's as great as I did back in the day, because I was all about this foundation, you guys. It was honestly like the first foundation that I ever really liked. Before that, I had just used like BB creams. Well, I take that back because I did like the Bare Minerals foundation. This was the first liquid foundation that I actually liked and thought looked good on my skin. I don't have contacts in. I don't ever wear my contacts, so I'm just gonna pull my mirror closer because trying to see it from like clear back there is just it's not working out for me. The foundation looks nice. Now that I've worn more liquid foundations, I don't feel like I like it as much as I did before. Look, I'm definitely not blown away by it. Like, it doesn't look bad. It looks a little cakier than I remember it, but my skin's a lot drier right now than it normally is too, so that could be it. Next, for concealer, I'm going to use this Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer by Catrice. I just picked this up yesterday. I tested it out under my eyes last night, just over bare skin. I wasn't super crazy about it, so I'm hoping it applies better over makeup because I've heard really good things about this concealer. I will say this concealer smells terrible. It has the strongest scent. I don't even know how to explain it. Girly, kind of grandma-y. I don't know. The smell is really bad, and I noticed that last night too. And I just thought once I had it on the skin for a while that the smell would go away, but I don't think it does. At least it didn't yesterday when I was just kind of testing it out. Now with other makeup on top of it, I'm hoping that I won't be able to smell it as bad because, oh, this smells so bad. It's not like a nasty, like dirty, gross scent. It's just an overpowering scent. So far, it's creasing under my eyes like it did last night, like right away and pretty noticeable. All concealer creases under my eyes, to be honest. I don't know if I just have dry under eyes or if that's just how my under eyes are. When people are talking about concealer and they're like, yeah, this one doesn't crease on me, I'm like, I don't know if my definition of creasing and their definition of creasing is different, but no matter what concealer I've ever tried, they all crease on me, so. To set my under eyes, I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. Mine is in the shade Fair, I think. Nope, it's in the shade Warm Light. I'm just going to set my under eyes with that. And I'm also going to lightly set the rest of my skin with that. Oh my gosh, this setting powder looks beautiful over this foundation. Holy cow. This powder over this foundation looks freaking beautiful. Like, it looks so smooth and flawless, even up close. Oh my gosh. That combo is beautiful. It literally looks like my skin is like smoothed out. Dang, girl. That's crazy. I'm into that. Next, for contour, I'm using the Sephora Colorful. I think this is it's a contour powder, and this is in Los Cabos. And I'm using this Morphe M334 brush. You know, I was gonna go all out. The lashes, liner, just go for it, you know, do something really dramatic, but that did not work out. So now I'm gonna take that brush and just kind of blend that contour up. I'm all over the place. I'm like forgetting my brushes. I don't know. This video, you guys, has been a hot dang mess. Hot dang mess. Next, I'm gonna bronze with my Makeup Revolution Vivid Bake Bronzer and my Morphe E1 brush. This is my favorite bronzer brush. Oh my gosh, is that skin? That is disgusting. You guys, my skin is so dry recently. Next for blush, this is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette in Hot Spice. And I'm going to take the Morphe E3 and I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's kind of like a peachy pink shade, and just apply that lightly. These blushes are super pigmented and this whole palette is like, I think it's $10 and they are like super pigmented. I'm gonna go back over that with my bronzer brush a little bit just to kind of blend those together. Before I finish the rest of my face, I wanna go ahead and finish my eyes. I'm gonna apply this Essence eyeliner in 08 Teddy to my waterline. And then I'm gonna take this brush that I used for the dark color on my eyes earlier, and just whatever product is left on the brush, I'm just gonna lightly dust that under my eyes. There we go. Okay, before I apply my highlight, I'm going to spray my face with MAC Fix Plus because I do want my highlight to be a little bit more intense today. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face so then the highlight will go on a little bit damp and it will really intensify it. Oh, I forgot mascara. Okay, before the highlight, I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the Tarteist mascara. Okay, now that I have my mascara on, I'm going to go ahead and spray my MAC Fix Plus. And then I'm going to pick up my highlight. This is Becca Champagne Pop, and I'm going to use the Morphe M510 brush. I have not used this highlight forever. It's so pretty, but I swear every time I use it, it breaks me out. I get bumps here on my chin, like every time I use it. Does that happen to anybody else? Does anybody else have champagne pop? Because I've never heard anybody else say that. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not going to wear this makeup very long anyways, so I thought we'll just go for it today because it is very, very pretty. Dang. Ooh, boy. I'm just going to go over all of those spots with my beauty blender to just kind of blend it into the skin. Okay, now for lips. This is what I am most excited about. I've been really wanting to find kind of a burnt, rusty, orange liquid lipstick. But for today, I'm just going to kind of make my own thing. I'm going to line my lips with this NYX lip liner. This is in the shade Orange County. And then on top of that, I'm going to go in with this J-Cat liquid lipstick. And this is in the shade, I don't know, Early Morning Mimosas is the shade. I'm going to use that. And then on top of both of those, I'm actually going to go into the Morphe palette that I used on my eyes. And I'm going to do a combination of this shade right here and this shade right here. And I'm just going to press those over the top of it because this is more of like a red, orange, kind of bright. And I want it to be more of a burnt, rusty orange type of color. You know what my thing is with lashes and liner and lining lips and all that? Like, I just don't have the patience to be here forever, you know? So I go fast and then I make mistakes. This is like a orange color too. I mean, why do I try to talk when I'm trying to apply liquid lipstick? Get it together. Okay, now I'm gonna dip into those shades and just start kind of pressing them on top of the liquid lipstick. I'm gonna go into the bright orange one first. So you can see that this makes it more of that kind of burnt rusty color. I'm going to grab this shade right here that's a little bit darker and just apply that lightly on top. It honestly just feels like a liquid lipstick since we put that down before. It doesn't feel like super powdery. Now I'm just grabbing my beauty blender that I use for my foundation and I'm just going to go around the edges. I am loving this color of lip, so seriously, if you guys know something similar to this, please comment it down below. But that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the chaos that was today. This video has been a hot mess. I've been trying to film this video for so long now. I have had so many hiccups, so many things have gone wrong, but if that happens to you, know that it happens to everybody. I've learned that if I just push through it and continue, then I'm a lot happier than if I stop and let it kind of ruin my day. But now about 4.5 hours later, here we are. And I'm happy with how it turned out. I love the highlight with both the lip and the eye color. I'm really loving how everything kind of pairs together. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, you are beautiful, you're a blessing, and I'm so thankful for you. Bye. And I asked you guys on Instagram which video you wanted to see first, Clay doing my makeup or another fall makeup tutorial, and you guys were all about Clay doing my makeup. So that's what we're doing today.